aspects of singing style that help bring a high level of energy and impact in a concert, as your singing styles and your performances do? And what are the stylistic tools or motives that one has to have command over to have a very impactful performance?
I will continue from where I left off about the voice.
Yes.
That once your breath, your body, and your vocalizing and training all starts falling into place, which takes a little time, but then once it does, then singing becomes a self-propelling activity.
Oh, wow.
That means you don't have to create energy, it just happens. It just flows. And you just have to will it and it happens. Wow. So, அந்த மாதிரி வரும்போது that gives you power. But this power comes from here.
The gut.
இங்கே அடி வயிற்றுலேருந்து பாடணும்னு அந்த காலத்தில் மகாவைத்தியநாத சிவனோட biography, if you read, I have read his biography where he also did a lot of voice training in his own time.
Yes.
But he always said, அடி வயிற்றுலேருந்து பாடணும் அப்படின்றா. So this is what it means. It's from your diaphragm that the power comes.
Oh.
The power is a powerhouse of power.
Yes, and you just derive from that.
Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. So right now we've got 239 people in the session with us, and continuing to join us are some more students. Thank you so much for being with us this evening. And we've got the Aruna Sairam ji with us, talking to us in a masterclass. Right now, Aruna ji, we got our next student, Saladi Eshan. She's from Secunderabad. Okay. Okay. And we've got our teacher Subbalakshmi as well. He's from Secunderabad. Teacher Subbalakshmi as well.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. How are you, ma'am?
I'm very fine, thank you. Looking forward to hearing you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So, my name is Ishan, and very good evening to one and all. I would be presenting Aparada Mulaniyu in the Ragam Latangi in the Talam Adi.
Very beautiful.
కుంటి కద వెంకటేశ నీవు వేగనన్ బ్రోవు మనియంతో నిన్ను వేడుకుంటి కద వెంకటేశ నీవు జాగుసేయకనే జాగుసేయకనే వెతతాళలేని జాగుసేయకనే వెతతాళలేని జాగుసేయకనే వెతతాళలేని జారి చంది నిల్ను నోచుకొల్లనా జారి చల్ది నిల్ను నోచుకొన్నా పరదమూలల్లియో మన్నించి ఆదరించవయ్య నే చేసిన పరదము. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wow,
வெரி நைஸ் அம்மா.
beautiful.
சுபலக்ஷ்மி நீங்க தான்
நமஸ்காரம்.
சொல்லி தரீங்களா? நமஸ்காரம்மா. நமஸ்காரம். ஸோ
He's a very dedicated student. If the perfection comes, he keep on practicing. So I have got such a good student through Artium.
very nice. You have a very powerful voice. ஈஷான், உங்கள் வாய்ஸ் நல்ல பவர்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்குது. அண்ட் திஸ் பவர் வந்து உங்களுக்கு கர்நாடக சங்கீதத்துக்கு ரொம்ப சூட்டபிள். It suits the Carnatic idiom very well. So I think you have chosen to practice Carnatic music. It's very, very apt for your voice. And நல்ல பிரைட்டாக பாடுறேள், எனர்ஜியோட பாடுறேள். ஸோ ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Very nice.
It's been an honor perform in front of you, ma'am.
ரொம்ப
Very
நல்லா
nervous.
இருந்தது.
Very nervous. Thank you so much, ma'am.
ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. அவ சொல்லுவா அந்த துடிப்போட பாடணும்பா. அந்த காலத்தில் இப்போ I'm using these terms which were used by my gurus. They used to say certain things. அந்த துடிப்போட இருக்கணும் அப்படின்பா, ஜீவனோட இருக்கணும் அப்படின்பா பாட்டு. அந்த ஜீவனோட இருக்கு உங்க பாட்டு.
Wow, so beautiful. So also Arunaji, something that you want to give as an advice to Ishan for him to improve.
எஸ் இஷான், நீங்கள் வந்து ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணும்போது நடுவில் கொஞ்சம் வாய்ஸ் கிராக் ஆகிறதுக்கு
Yes, ma'am.
அது உங்களுக்கே தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும். நடுவில் ஒரு கிராக்கிங் வர மாதிரி இருக்குது. ஸோ அதுக்கு வந்து நீங்கள் நம்ம முன்னாடி பேசின்னு இருந்தோம் இல்லையா, அந்த மாதிரி வாய்ஸ் ப்ராக்டிஸ்க்குன்னு கொஞ்சம் நேரம் ஒதுக்குங்கோ எவ்ரிடே.
Okay, ma'am.
ஐ மீன் ரெப்பர்டுவார் ப்ராக்டிஸ் அது தனி, அது நீங்கள் பண்ணணும். பட் காத்தால ஆர் whenever you practice வாய்ஸ் வார்ம் அப்புக்கு கொஞ்சம் தனியாக டைம் வச்சுக்கோங்க.
Okay, ma'am.
அப்போ அந்த வாய்ஸ் வோக்கல் எக்ஸசைசஸ் எல்லாம் அவ குருகிட்ட வந்து கேட்டுண்டு வரிசைகள் நான் சொன்னேனே அகார இகார உக்காரத்துல எல்லாம் ஸ்மூத்தாக நல்ல மூச்சை எடுத்து நீங்கள் ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணினீங்கன்னா அந்த பிரேக்ஸ் இல்லாமல் பாடுறதுக்கு ட்ரைனிங் வந்துடுத்துனா தென் யூ கேன் அப்ளை இட் இன் யுவர் கிருதி ரெண்டிஷன்.
Understood, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so
வெரி
much.
குட், வெரி குட். ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட்.
Thank you so much.
And also for Subbalakshmi ji, anything you'd like to say, Aruna ji?
ரொம்ப நல்லா சொல்லி கொடுத்தல. அபராதமு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கேள். அதை நான் ரொம்ப அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்ணேன். ஏன்னா வார்த்தையினுடைய பங்கம் இல்லாமல் நம்ம அந்த வேர்ட்ஸை சொல்லணும். கர்நாடக சங்கீதத்தில் அது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். அதை நீங்கள் அப்படி கரெக்டாக ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணி அதை அவருக்கு சொல்லி கொடுத்துருக்கேள். அந்த மாதிரி சொல்லி நீங்கள் ரொம்ப மெட்டிக்யூலஸாக யோசித்து ஒரு இது ட்ரைனிங் கொடுக்குறேங்கிறது அந்த ஒரு விஷயத்துலேயே எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சுது. ஸோ மே யுவர் சர்வீஸ் கண்டினியூ அண்ட் மே யூ கண்டினியூ டு ட்ரெயின் யங் பீப்புள். இட்ஸ் அ கிரேட் வித்யாதானம் தான் ரொம்ப ஒஸ்தின்னு சொல்லுவா இல்லையா, அது நீங்கள் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க. ஸோ ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம்.
Wow. Wonderful words of wisdom to the teacher and the student as well. Thank you for joining us, Subbalakshmi ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We've got 232 people, 33 people as we speak joining us and with us in the session. Ipa Arunaji, a question has come from the audience as well. The question is, ma'am, how can we sing Manodharma of any raga and how to practice each raga and get a grip on the raga? And of course, they're also thanking you for coming live to us and asking how many hours should we practice a day?
Oh my God, so many questions.
Yes.
So, how many hours practice? I feel it depends on the time that you have, whether you are a full-time musician or a part-time musician or a musician who sings for hobby, or எதுக்கு நீங்க சங்கீதம் அபியாசம் பண்றீங்கறத பொறுத்து தான் you can say, yeah, if you want to become a professional musician, yes, that's a lot of practice, and not all of it is physical practice. You know, there is breathing, there is yoga, there is meditation. All of that is part of the practice, by the way, because you prepare your body and mind for the music. So அதெல்லாம் பண்ணி அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த வரிசைகள்லாம் பாடி இந்த மாதிரி that is only the preparation. அதுக்கப்புறம் your repertoire practice, அதுக்கப்புறம் raga alapana practice, so that goes on and on. So that's for professional musicians. If you are a part-time musician, I guess you may have maybe mushkil say half an hour or 1 hour a day. அப்படின்னு வரும்போது you have to within that 1 hour separate out and say, okay, I'll do 15 minutes of breathing, I will do 15 minutes of varishaigal, I will do at least 15 minutes of a repertoire singing, and 15 minutes of acquainting myself with some raga. Apdi you can just compress the whole thing, and still, but the important thing is to do, even if you're doing half an hour, do it every day. Don't do 4 hours once in a month. That doesn't work. That there is no use. So adu venda ninga half an hour a day, onnumilla 15 minutes a day, but every day visiting and revisiting and reiterating the same thing, that makes a huge benefit.
Wow. I hope you guys are taking your notes. I would definitely do that. This question was from Chinmay Krishna. He is the one who asked the question.
Hi Chinmay.
Yes, hope you got your answer, Chinmay, and hope you're going to put in that every single day of practice. On that note, ma'am, in fact, I was going to ask, you know, as and when artists become more and more busy and start performing, how can they keep up? How do you keep up with your schedule of practice? How does it happen?
Cut down on socializing. Don't go here, there, everywhere. I want to be everywhere. Adella nadakadu. So you got to really cut down and say, yes, this is somewhere I have. So the point is, you learn to be more deliberate in what you do in life. If you have to go somewhere, you think twice. Na poida ahanama, then you go.
Yes.
You can't be a recluse. I'm not saying that all musicians sannyasi madri veetla ukandunde. I am not one.
Oh yes.
For one, I am not. You can see me. I'm hardly that. I mean, I enjoy good food, I enjoy good company. Yes, you have to live well, because that living up well also reflects in your music.
Yes, absolutely.
இல்லையா? ஸோ அது இருக்கணும். பட் தென் எஸ் யூ எல்லாமே யோஜனை பண்ணணும். பண்ணணுங்கிற இடத்துல பண்ணணும். பட் மார்னிங் தினச்சரியா இஸ் மார்னிங் எழுந்துட்ட உடனே அதுக்குன்னு ஒரு 2-2.5 மணி நேரம் ஒதுக்கி வச்சுடணும். அப்புறம் அது பண்ணின அப்புறம் வேறு ஏதாவது பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்னு வச்சுன்னுட்டோம் வச்சுக்கோ. ஒரு பீஷ்ம சபதம் ஒன்று போட்டுட்டோன்னு வச்சுக்கோ. காத்தால் இதெல்லாம் முடிச்சுடுறேன் நான். அப்போ 6 மணிக்கு வெளியில் போனோன்னா 3 மணிக்கு எழுந்திருக்கணும். 8 மணிக்கு வெளியில் போனோம்னா 5 மணிக்கு எழுந்திருக்கணும். பட் அது ஏந்துட்டு முடிச்சிடணும். அப்போ முதல்ல சீக்கிரம் தூங்கணும். அது எல்லாமே அந்த ரிப்பிள் எஃபெக்ட் பண்ணிவிட்டோம்னா நம்ம ஓரளவுக்கு எல்லாத்தையுமே பண்ணிடலாம். ஆமாம்.
So I think if we are trying to give excuses, she has also made sure you've got no scope for one. So make sure your practice happens every single day without fail. 229 people benefiting out of this, and so am I. In fact, being here has been such an honor.
I hope it's all right. I speak in Tamil a bit and Tamil English a bit.
Yes,
is that
absolutely.
good? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. And we've got our next question, ma'am, where you know, it's often said that classical music, there's no emotions. But I've always felt otherwise, and you've also kind of said it. So I want to know, what role does emotion play in classical music?
Wow. Does classical music don't have emotion? That's the first time I'm really hearing, and I mean, I've heard it many times, but I'm thinking, what role does emotion play in classical music? If we can rephrase that question and say, what role does music play in communicating emotions? That should be the question. Because the primary purpose of any music, according to me, it's my personal opinion.
Yes.
Is communicating emotions.
So
That's why we sing. Why do we sing? We are beings born by the grace of God, and as Anantji often says, and I often repeat that, it's our primary birthright and duty as human beings to sing, not speak. Speak is only something that we learnt later.
Yes.
But sing, making sounds to communicate, is our primary role. So that is how we can convey emotions. Okay. So classical music has to convey emotions.
Wow. Your music does, and how, definitely, and that's why I asked you the question. In fact, on that note, when I'm telling you that her music is so amazing constantly, I think I need to also give you as an audience a chance to actually ask Aruna Ji to perform something for us today. Since she's here, we're going to catch her and not let her go. And I'm going to actually give you a poll where you can choose a raga which you want Aruna Ji to perform for you right now. I think that's a phenomenal opportunity. I wouldn't let go of it if I were you. So I'm going to give you the options for the raga. There is Todi, there is Kalyani, Shuddha Dhanyasi, Ranjani and Brindavana Saranga. Once again, I'm going to repeat for you: Todi, Kalyani, Shuddha Dhanyasi, Ranjani and Brindavana Saranga. Which of these ragas would you want Aruna Ji to perform for you right now? This is a poll. You'll find it on your screen. Go ahead and click whichever raga that you want. Whichever is the raga that gets the maximum number of votes, Aruna Ji will perform for us, and we are going to just enjoy it to the T. So go ahead and click those buttons right now. Make sure that you're getting the raga of your choice. So keep on pressing that button till you get it. 235 people. So let's hear it from you guys. What is it that you want her to sing for us right now?
Like the person, a student sitting awaiting the question paper madri, enna question paper varapordunu enakku.
Na andha pakka irna ma'am ella ragathi or vaati marudiyum poi ella ragathi or vaati, so that I actually get you to perform all for us. It would be such a pleasure. Carnatic music is known to be at the zenith of rhythmic crystallization in the world. So can you elaborate, ma'am, on the aspects of rhythm in Carnatic music, which is very unique which is not available in other music?
That aspect of rhythm that is unique to Carnatic music. I think the evolution of rhythmic excellence in Carnatic music is one of a kind. One of a kind. Yes. You can't even really seriously explain it. That is how it is. And it's centuries of rhythmic development from one instrument to the other, and the madri pandi. Today, we are at a place where rhythmic excellence is like one of the main pillars of Carnatic music.
Yes.
So strictly, it would take a whole session to talk about it. But things like, what shall I say? I only feel like demonstrating something for you.
Whoa!
So
you don't need a permission. You just need to go for it.
No, I'm just. It won't be exhaustive, but முத்தை திருபத்தி திருநகையத்தி கிரைஜத்தி சரவண முத்தை குருவித்து குருபரையன போதும் முத்தை திருபத்தி திருநகையத்தி கிரைஜத்தி சரவண முத்தை குருவித்து குருபரையன போதும். What do you say about this?
Wow.
This is chandas, rhythm, words, meaning, lyrical beauty, everything rolled together.
And performance aspect as well.
Yeah.
What is the impact it's creating on me right now?
Impact? I remember once I was at Theatre de la Ville in Paris, and I sang this as the last piece. And the audience stood up and they said, we want to hear this all over again.
Wow.
I finished singing second time. They said, no, we want to hear it
again.
Because it is a piece of, it's an acme of that Carnatic music excellence. Adhe, if you take another piece, Dasharatha, adhe talam, but see the way it's done. Dasharatha Rama Govinda Mammo Dayajudalapahi Mukunda Dashamukha Samhara Dharani Japati Rama Shashidhara Pujita Shankar Chakradhara Hare Dasharatha Rama Govinda Mammo Dayajudalapahi Mukunda. அதே தாளம், கம்ப்ளீட்லி டிஃப்ரெண்ட் கால பிரமாணம், டிஃப்ரெண்ட் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட். அந்த ஒதுக்கல் செதுக்கல், அந்த ஒரு அக்ஷரம் தள்ளி வருது, 2 அக்ஷரம் தள்ளி வருது. திஸ் இஸ் rhythmic excellence according to me also in Carnatic music, aside from the great percussionists that dominate the scene, who are great maestros. அது ஒரு பக்கம்.
In fact, I was just looking at the way you were also modulating your voice, and that kind of is adding on to my earlier question where I said emotions.
Yes.
In Carnatic.
Yes.
Because and sila edathila when you're doing especially the mean,
yes,
the voice is slightly softer.
Yes.
And when you're wanting to make that impact, you make it a lot more
you have
louder.
To, yeah.
And I think this is what contributes to your excellence as a performer on stage, ma'am. And I'm not at all surprised that in Paris they asked you to do this over and over again.
Yeah.
So it's just
Arunagiri Nadarku போறது தன கிரெடிட்டும் அவர் கம்போஸ் பண்ணின ஒரு
Oh wow, so wonderful. And right now we've got another question, ma'am, from one of our audience. Shrithoma Banerjee. She says that some masters say that more emphasis on Kharaj practice, adhaadu kil swarangalla, helps to expand the higher range. What are your thoughts about this?
Absolutely true. And who is the guru who taught me this? I remember oru tharava indha mari, during my, I told you I used to go from maestro to maestro just for that one little nugget of guidance. Appo oru vaati GS Mani sir kitta pone, the great artist. Appo avarta keten, sir indha madri voice improve pannu. So he said, amma மந்திரஸ்தாயி ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுங்கோ அப்படின்னு சொன்னார். எப்படி சொன்னார்னாக்க, இப்போ சா அப்படி இருக்கு வச்சுக்கோங்க, சா நீ தா பா இருக்கு இல்லையா, இப்போ அதை அனுப்பிச்சுடுங்கோ. பா அவர் என்ன சொன்னார், பா ஷுட் பிகம் யோர் சா. பாவ மந்திரஸ்தாயி பாவ சாவா பண்ணிடுங்க. ஆமா, பர்டிகுலர்லி தட் பஞ்சமம், அது ஒரு நங்கூரம் போட்டாப்புல ஒரு ஸ்வரம். அது சட்ஜமும் பஞ்சமும் நம்மளுடைய சங்கீதத்துக்கு ஒரு நங்கூரம் மாதிரி. அது சா பா சா தானே, சா பா சா. அதனால பா சா நீ த பா. இப்போ அந்த பாவ சா வாக்கிடுங்கோ. சா சரி க ம ப த நி சா சா நீ த ப ம க ரி சா. எல்லா வரிசைகளையும் இதில் பாடுங்கோ. சரி க ம ப த நி சா சா நீ த ப ம க ரி சா. சரி 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 க ம சரி க ம ப த நி சா சா நி சா நி சா நி த ப சா நி த ப ம க ரி சா. சரி க சரி க சரி. அப்போ இந்த இடத்துல இது ஓப்பன் ஆகும். அப்படி சொல்லி கொடுத்தாரு எனக்கு. அதை பண்ண ஆரம்பித்தேன். அப்புறம் கீர்த்தனை ப்ராக்டிஸ் கூட கச்சேரி அன்னைக்கு நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன், இப்போ ஒரு புதுசாக ஒரு கீர்த்தனை பாடுறேன், ஐ எம் சிங்கிங் சம்திங் நியூ, ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு ஸ்ட்ரெயின் மை வாய்ஸ் அண்ட் சிங் இட் ஃபுல் throttle on a concert day. On a concert day, remember, you have to rest your voice.
Yes.
Everyone, all students, please remember, on concert day, just warm up your voice, don't strain it. Okay? So, அவர் என்ன சொன்னார்னா, இப்போ சக்கனி ராஜா, சக்கனி ரா இப்படி பாடி பார்த்துக்கோங்க. சக்கனீராஜ அப்படி ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிக்கோங்க. அங்கே போய் ஃபுல் பிளாஸ்ட் எங்கள் மேடையில் அப்போ ஃபுல் பிளாஸ்டில் வரும். பட் இங்கே நன்னா ஓப்பன் பண்ணி மந்திரஸ்தாயில் பாடிடும்.
Wow,
that's a very useful tip. Very, very useful tip.
Absolutely. And the question actually, thank you Shrithoma Banerjee for such a wonderful question.
Yeah.
It's the question which has brought about this answer as well.
Yeah.
We have another question from Jayashri. How can we sing non-stop? I think she means without getting tired. How do you practice non-stop?
You have to, um, uh, uh, like running a marathon, when you don't have concerts, like suppose you don't have concerts for about 15-20 days, or a performance or any presentation, start practicing half an hour, increase it to 45 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours. So over a few weeks, learn to just sit and sing. Just anything, but just sit and sing. If you do that, after some time your body becomes ready to sit and sing. It tells, okay, now I have to sit for 3 hours and I have to sing. Then it will become ready.
Wow.
That is the only way. But as I told you, before the performance, 2 days before, no strain. On the day, no strain. All this is before.
Yes. So I think it's also a way of telling our body to be able to sit for so long to begin with.
Yeah.
Because pair dukh raha hai, back is hurting.
Absolutely.
Suddenly you're feeling you're hungry.
Yeah.
Everything happens exactly at that
Exactly.
time. So to mentally train yourself that this time is practice time.
Absolutely. You won't believe, this is something very personal, but I'd like to share it with all of you, because all of you are music lovers. That I'm sure all musicians experience this. Before a concert, 2.5 hours before, eating stops.
Yes.
You don't eat anything, because விளையாட்டா சொல்லுவாங்க குரு, சாப்பிட்டுட்டே இருந்துட்டு பாடினா பாட்டு வராது, ஏப்பம் தான் வரும் அப்படிம்பா. So 2.5 hours before, you don't eat. Your body shuts down the intake of food.
Yes.
But also I noticed that by the time I get on the stage, like I have eased myself, I've cleared my bowels, I have perspired, I have done everything that my body needs to do, and just 10 minutes before I go on stage, I'm like
Zen
just
mode.
deep breathing, and my body says, I'm ready.
Wow.
That's what happens when you train yourself to do something. And believe me, none of this is rocket science. It's just sheer habit. Nothing else.
Wow. She makes it sound very, very easy, but I'm sure to get there is what is the struggle. Once you get there, like she says, it's just, something that just happens. 230 people with us in the session. I hope you are picking the raga of your choice that you want Aruna Sairam ji to perform for us right now. I've given you an option of 5 ragas in case you missed it. We've got Todi, Kalyani, Shuddha Danyasi, Ranjani and Vrindavana Saranga. Which of these ragas do you want to select as part of the poll which Aruna ji will perform for us? Go ahead and pick the raga of your choice and make sure you select it so that she is going to perform that for you. The raga which gets the maximum number of votes is what she will be singing right now. So make sure it's the raga that you want, which means you need to vote. Go ahead and click on the button, and you've got the poll right there on your screen as well. So you can actually pick the raga of your choice. And we've got Devipriya, one of our teachers with Artium Academy, and she's going to be singing for us right now. Devipriya, are you with us? So let's make sure that she's going to come up right now. We've got a lot of teachers, a lot of students, all of us there with us. She's the vocal coach with Artium.
It's wonderful.
Hi, Devipriya ji.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
Namaskaram, ma'am.
Namaskaram. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, ma'am?
I'm fine, Amma. Nice to see you and to hear you.
Thank you, ma'am. Today I'm going to sing Shambhu Mahadeva, composed by Tyagaraja.
Oh, wonderful.
Shambho Mahadeva, Shambho Mahadeva, Shambho Mahadeva, Shankara Girija Ramana, Shambho Mahadeva, Shankara Girija Ramana, Shambho Mahadeva, Shankara Girija Ramana, Shambho
देव शंकर गिरिज रमण शंभो महादेव शंभो महादेव शरणागत जनर शर शंभो महादेव शरणागत जनर शर अम्बोरुहलोचन पादाबुद भक्तिं देहि अम्बोरुहलोचन पादाबुद भक्तिं देहि शंभो महादेव शंकर गिरिज रमण शंभो महादेव परमदयागर मृगधर हर गंगाधर धरणीधर भूषण त्यागराज वरहृदय निवेश सुरवृंद किरीटमणि वरनिराजित वर सुरवृंद किरीटमणि वरनिराजित वर गोपुरवास सुरधरेश गिरीश परात्पर भवहर शोभो महादेव शंकर गिरिज रमण शंभो महादेव.
பியூட்டிஃபுல் அம்மா, பியூட்டிஃபுல். தேவிப்ரியா ரொம்ப நல்லா பாடினேள். ஒரு நம்ம ஏர்லியர் பேசினோமே, ஒரு செல்ஃப் ப்ரொப்பெல்லிங் எனர்ஜி இருக்குது உங்களுக்கு, இன்னேட்டாக இருக்குது. அது அப்படியே என்ன சொல்கிறது, கலக்கலான்னு இருக்குது பாடும்போது, ஜிவ்வுன்னு இருக்குது, கேட்குறதுக்கு சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. காட் பிளெஸ் யூ அம்மா, ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. பியூட்டிஃபுல்.
Also, Arunaji, anything that you'd want to give her as advice, you know?
Yeah, I have to be reminded because I always try, you know, somehow I feel that this should be done one-on-one. But since this is a forum of like-minded people, I see that we have to do that.
Yes.
நீங்க வந்து what I need to tell you is you're already very good, and very good means there's only going ahead, there is growth for you. But you have to keep, since you're already very good, don't be complacent. There is so much more that you can do. You know, so Ninga, you should keep searching, you should keep listening to many artists. Nariya kelungo. And not only Carnatic amma. நீங்கள் வந்து ஏன்னா உங்களுக்கு ஒரு மெட்டாலிக் சவுண்ட் இருக்குது வாய்ஸில், நீங்கள் எந்த ஜானர் வேணால் ஹேண்டில் பண்ணலாம். நீங்கள் யுனீக்காக உங்களோட ஓன் இன்னோவேஷன்ஸ் கொண்டு வரலாம். எல்லா ஆர்டிஸ்ட்டையும் கேளுங்கோ, கர்நாடிக் ஒண்டி கேட்காதேங்கோ, கர்நாடிக் ஆர்டிஸ்ட்டையும் கேளுங்கோ, மற்ற ஃபார்ம்ஸோட ஆர்டிஸ்ட்டையும் நிறையா கேட்டு கீப் எக்ஸ்டெண்டிங் யுவர் ஹொரைசன்ஸ் அண்ட் ஸ்கை இஸ் த லிமிட் ஃபார் யூ. ஓகே? Great.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
What a blessing, my God, to first be heard by Aruna Ji and then also getting her inputs on your music. Devipriya, thank you so much for joining us. You were absolutely fabulous, really.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
And I could see a lot of hearts and, you know, thumbs up and claps and wow and everything coming up by all the people who have joined us in the session today.
Very nice.
232 people right now.
Very nice.
I hope you guys are voting for the poll. Check the poll on your screen. We've got 5 ragams and one of those ragams will be performed by Aruna Ji. So go ahead and pick up your raga of your choice and we'll listen to that raga very, very soon from Aruna Ji.
I want to mention, lest I forget, that the first Artium teacher, Mr. Amrit Narayanan, who we heard on the screen, is also exceptionally good.
Wow.
Devipriya
Yes.
is also very good. அவரும் நல்லா பாடினார்.
Yes.
ஒரு கல்பனை அப்படியே சும்மா அப்படி மட திறந்த வெள்ளம் மாதிரி போச்சது.
Wow.
You know, so he's also, you know, what I want to say is Artium has managed to collect some very, very brilliant talent.
Yes.
And that's the point I want to bring out. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ma'am, with people like you and Anandji, all of you as mentors, Chitra ji,
Yes.
who joined us in the last masterclass, I think, you know, it's just the perfect place to be
Yeah.
if I were a student.
Yeah.
You know, I have also learnt music myself, and I don't think our generation had access to this kind of one-on-ones with
Yes,
the maestros.
absolutely.
And you know, first of all, we didn't have the technology to
Yeah.
begin with, and even if we did have the technology, it was not at this level where you could actually, you know, face to face talk
Yeah,
to the artist.
yeah.
So I think today's generation is, you know, got the privilege of this,
Yes.
and they should really use it to their best ability.
Absolutely.